So let's try example 1. It says find the volume of the solid formed by revolving the region bounded by the graph of f of x equals square root of sine of x and the x-axis. We don't have a picture of what this means and what it looks like, so we're just going to kind of go forward with our formula and do the best we can. So the volume is going to be pi, and I am just looking here, integral from a to b. So integral from the start to the end, and here it says go from 0 to pi. So this one just told us 0 to pi. Then our formula says function squared. So I'm going to have to take the function and square it. And then the last thing is write dx. I knew I was following that top one because it says that it will revolve around the x-axis. And this is, this top one is for revolving around the x-axis. This one is revolving around the y-axis. So I knew that I was following that top one. I'm going to clean this up before I actually do it. I do have a square root and a squared. Those will cancel. So I have pi, integral from 0 to pi, sine of x dx. And now I'm going to get my volume just by doing this integral. And the integral is antiderivative of sine of x. So the antiderivative of sine of x will be negative cosine of x. I do have my pi out there, so I'm just going to leave that. I would have to do a plus c, except this is a definite integral, and definite integral means that there are numbers here I'm going to plug in. If I did a c, my c's would cancel. I'm not going to do the c. And then I'm going to go from 0 to pi. So I have to plug in pi, I have to plug in 0, and I have to subtract. When I'm totally done, I'll multiply everything by pi. So negative cosine of pi minus negative cosine of 0. Cosine of pi, let's see. Cosine of pi, you can have your green sheet handy, or you could just plug it in. Make sure you're in radian mode, because pi is a radian measure, but cosine of pi is -1. So this is -1. And then cosine of 0, that is 1. So we'll simplify here. I've got my pi, then I've got my -1, so 1, minus a -1, so that would be plus 1. So it looks like I'm going to end up with 2, and then pi. And that would be my volume.